Hi, and welcome to the Nonprofit Narratives. My name is Susan Titus, and I am the founder and president of the Confidence Campaign. And to tell you a little bit about the Confidence Campaign, our mission is to create self-awareness, confidence, and I just totally blew that. So sorry. Sometimes you can't think of things, and that's why we talk about confidence, right? Sometimes you don't get it right, but you have to have confidence in order to move along and make things better. So, who we are, what do? We have workshops and programs that focus on healthy hygiene habits and body positivity for girls ages 8 to 18 as they transition into and through puberty. And so today I have my right hand person with me, Miss Cheyenne Aditois.
Hello.
Hey, Cheyenne.
Hi.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Good seeing you here.
Always. Awesome. So, to tell you guys a little bit about what we do, we actually have programs, ongoing programs, a signature program called the IYKYK. If you know about hygiene, then you'll always know, where we break down what it means to take care of ourselves. What does it mean to understand what hygiene is? How do we properly care for ourselves? How do we understand body changes during puberty? One of those things, the reason why I created these programs is because I noticed that there was a need, right? There's just a need with this time, right? With this age group where we noticed that a lot of the girls were not getting this education, right? And so we noticed that they just needed a little bit of help. They just needed a little something, because there's a lot of girls that they're raised by maybe grandparents right now, maybe single dads, and they're not getting some of these conversations that they really need. And so that was kind of my little want, my passion, my drive in making sure that every girl has a strong foundation in being able to care for themselves, to have that self-awareness, so that whenever they are walking through their daily life, they're walking through it with confidence. And so, Cheyenne, kind of, tell us a little bit about why you jumped in and wanted to be a part of the Confidence Campaign.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, as she said before, the mission was so heartfelt. It was something that at 25 years young is something that I still, awaken to each and every day. Seeing women that have gone through the same things that I did when I was a kid. Each and every day that we come into contact with these girls, we realize that we're taking them in and they are no longer alone in these changes that they're going through. And so really and truly, the reason why I started was because it was something that it was such an impact. It was something that was needed within every girl's life, not just a single mom working with 3 kids, having 3 kids, single dads, grandparents, exactly like you said. And we don't realize, how, like what the statistics are as far as how many households have single parents, grandparents raising grandchildren, foster care system even too. So that was really where it stemmed from. The little girl needing that same.
Right, because we don't even realize that, they're not getting this conversation. Because I know I come into a lot of contact with a lot of people that go, well, isn't there a mom telling them about that? Like, isn't that something that is just taught? And, and I would say, in a rainbow and sunshine kind of life, right? Of course we would be having all these conversations and talking about it. But sometimes, we make assumptions. Especially as parents, we think about it. We teach these children, how to wipe their bottoms, how to wash their hands, to go to kindergarten. But do we ever revisit it? Do we ever get back to talking to them about things when their bodies start to transition in different ways, right? Because we'll start to notice different things happening, like, and to be figurative, when they're in second grade or third grade and they start coming home and you're seeing some little skid marks in those underpants, right? And you go, well, what is going on? I taught you how to do these things. But we didn't revisit or think about, now there's a social issue, that they don't want other people to know that they're going to the bathroom for too long. It becomes a timing issue where they're having to transition from class to class really quickly, and they don't have time to be super clean. And so we have to make sure that we're revisiting and talking to these children about what's going on and how they can take the time, and that it's okay to use the restroom. It's okay to have a menstrual cycle, and it's not taboo, it's not gross, it's not ugly. It's beautiful. It's part of life. And if we can normalize that female human experience so that every girl feels that, it's okay, we can talk about this. I can know what's going on with my body so that in the event that something is off, that something's wrong, that I feel comfortable enough to talk to my mother, my guardian, my trusted woman in my life, to get me the help that I need. And so that's really, where it stems, where we're trying to go, what we're trying to do. And, even for the younger ones, we have the IYKYK, right? But then we also, for our older girls, we even kind of changed that up a little bit to where it's a peer support mentorship program. And so what we did is we kind of did a little bit of reverse psychology, because when we walked into these workshops, the girls would be like, oh my gosh, I already know this, right? This is so dumb. And I'm like, guys, this is not even for you. What are you talking about? This is not for you. This is for the kids that you come into contact with. This is for those little eyes that are looking up to you and going, hey, I want to emulate you. I want to emulate what you're doing, because those little eyes are on us all the time. So becoming a peer support mentor, right, helps us to encourage and understand what's going on. And so that's where we went. But we teach them all the things. We teach them all those things that we would teach the younger girls, but we would teach the older girls. And we also have our Inspire Her Center. We have a center that's located on the corner of St. John and St. Mary, where we provide workshops and summer programs and monthly programs and different kind of classes, like a crochet class on Wednesdays. So different people come in and do different things. We have served over 2,500 girls since our inception in 2022. We've given out over 2,000 hygiene products. We give them menstrual products. We give them hygiene products. We give them everything that they could need to practice what they've learned in our workshops. And so what we do, and I have a cheat sheet, everybody, because, that's what real interviewers do. We have cheat sheets and we do cool things. So we talked to Cheyenne about her perspective, and she's also a board member. So we want to talk to Cheyenne a little bit more about board member. What do you see as the unique value of what we're doing, of our mission, the importance of marketing and community awareness? Because that's what you do for us.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one thing that we see just in building, is the structure aspect of it. And I think that is really where the impact, or even the inherent, like, this is what we need to do for this organization to be fully running, right? To be fully successful. And that's really where we come together as far as being a board member, is identifying, what are our next steps and how can we continue to get together? How can we fundraise? How can we reach out to our community even further? Do you have any connections? How can we get volunteers on board? And I think that is really what sets the Confidence Campaign. I can't talk for any other organization, but I know that the Confidence Campaign itself comes in each and every day and we do the marketing, right? We are constantly posting on social media all of the upcoming events, right? We're pushing out into every single group chat that there is, whether it's here. We just recently had our event in Shreveport, and we pushed out in all the group chats in Shreveport. And so with that, we are creating not only an organization that impacts over 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 plus girls, we are creating a fully functioning organization to where we can have this building, to where we can house girls here and give them the essential programs such as the Kidpreneur that's coming up, right? Such as the IYKYK in-house, having a place for all the homeschool kids to come in.
Right.
So that's really where the importance of, being a board member. Yeah. You get to see the growth. You get to see all the moving parts. We're really needed. This is not something that you can do by yourself at the end of the day. Yeah. And with marketing, that is just where we're able to reach even more parents, even more girls, even more communities. We've been able to reach as far as UK, New York, and, it's been a blessing to see along the way. So I'm super excited about, where it is that we're going to go in the future.
Yes, definitely. And we've got a board of 10 diverse, amazing, beautiful women that give us their perspective. They give us just what do they see that the needs are within our community, and how can the Confidence Campaign truly help our community of Acadiana, but also beyond, because we serve all of Louisiana and we want to continue to grow that. And having this amazing board of women helps us to actually grow faster. Yes. And grow with intention, right? Grow with intention. And so we do all those cool things, and we're actually going to have another fabulously fabulous one of our board members with us in just a few minutes. We're actually going to take a little break, and we do want to thank you guys for tuning in to the Nonprofit Narratives, and we are going to be right back.
Looking to grow your nonprofit's impact? Join AOC Community Media for Nonprofit Nourish, a quarterly meetup designed to connect, empower, and elevate local changemakers. Each session features expert-led workshops, free headshots, PSA recordings, and a light lunch, all at no cost. Topics rotate quarterly, spotlighting a range of areas including storytelling, media strategy, and community outreach. Space is limited. Register now at aocinc.org/nonprofit, and let's nourish the good together. Whether you're just starting out or leading a seasoned organization, there's a seat at the table for you. Let's build a stronger, more connected nonprofit community, one story at a time. Acadiana nonprofits are the heartbeat of our community, and Nonprofit Narratives brings their stories to life. Produced by AOC Community Media, this half-hour series showcases local organizations, highlighting their missions, impacts, and the people they serve. From youth mentorships to environmental advocacy, each episode celebrates the voices driving change across Acadiana. Tune in to AOC Channels 1 and 2, stream at aocinc.org/watch, and download AOC's streaming app found on most streaming platforms. Real stories, local heroes. This is Nonprofit Narratives.
Hey, welcome back to Nonprofit Narratives. My name is Susan Titus, and I am the founder and president of the Confidence Campaign. And so we talked a little bit about who we are and what we do earlier, and now we're going to talk about what we're planning to do. What does our future look like? We want to tell you a little bit about some of the things that we have going on. We partner with a lot of different organizations throughout Louisiana. We partner with Junior League of Lafayette. We're actually one of their distributing partners for their Empower Her program. We work with the Power Pump Girls out of Baton Rouge. We're part of their distribution program as well. We've worked with the Boys and Girls Club, Big Brothers Big Sisters, Girl Scouts. We work with Lafayette Parish School System. We've worked in Iberia Parish School System. We've worked in St. Martin Parish School System. We've worked with a bunch of communities. We've worked with a lot of organizations, and we're looking to grow even more. This year, our plan is to serve at least 5,000 more children over the course of this next school year, because we want to make sure that we're able to get this very important hygiene, body positivity education to every girl. Take away financial barriers, take away time barriers, and meet them where they are. So that is what our goal is to get into the schools and to make sure we have more of an impact with them. We also wanted to tell you a little bit more about the other lady that's here with us today. We have Miss Paige Logan here with us. She is one of our board members, but she's also a parent of one of the girls that has attended our program. So tell us a little bit about you, what your impact with our organization has been, and a little bit about what Avery has experienced.
Oh, she's gonna love this. Her name all over the place.
Right?
So basically, I could just remember, like, when I think of what you've been doing, it has been tremendous and amazing. I always say that I wish we had that when I was a kid, because yes, I'm of age. So we did not have that. And I could still remember my first experience with my menstruation, being terrified, being so scared that I had a headache that day, wanting to go home and hating to go to school when it was that time of the month. And also the symptoms that came along with it that no one talks to us about. Like, nowadays kids I went on YouTube and now they're having, period kits and stuff that they create for their children with like little cramp things and chocolates. And I'm like, we never had that. But, just think of like now that the conversation is starting to become so normalized is amazing. And so when I first seen what you were doing, I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then when you were talking about, I think you were talking about doing it like more in the rural areas as well, where we all know like there's a high need in those areas because there is a lack of resources. And I just had to get behind you with that because one, I'm all about, having a great influence on young girls. I have my own daughter. And earlier you had made the comment that, some people may be like, well, the moms will do it. Well, I'm a mom, I'm a social worker, I'm a therapist. And I'm scared of that conversation. I didn't even know the conversation needed to happen so young until we went to her pediatrician and he was like, oh yeah, won't be long, Mom. I'm like, what? My kid is too young, So being exposed to like what you're doing really helped encourage me to have those conversations. It actually built my confidence that I could have those conversations. And with my daughter, she's so very timid and shy. So the first time I told her we were going to one of your events, it was like, no, not doing it. I'm like, you're going to have so much fun. Not doing it. And I think the first one we went to was the planning event.
Yes.
My daughter does not like outdoors at all. And she was in the dirt. So I was very impressed and proud of her. And she took so much pleasure. And like she, worked with her plant. I don't have a green thumb. So she like let that plant grow. She planted it. And then the next thing I think we did was the mothers. And I thought that was phenomenal because you literally shed a light on what my daughter thinks of me, which was super positive, which I didn't doubt it. But just to hear her say the things that she said to me and, just lets me know that, oh my God, I am doing good in this, Right. And Melissa actually hosted that for us. And it was just an amazing event. There were so many kids there. She did the line dance, which I was so impressed because my daughter is so nervous around people. Like she was breaking out of her shell. And then she was on TV. So when she saw she was on TV, I mean, she was
That's
thrilled.
so much fun.
Yeah, so we had like so much fun, and I just think what you're doing is just so amazing and so needed. And when I say I wish we had those opportunities when I was in school, maybe it would have helped me normalize the conversation about my period and not be so nervous and paranoid when it was time for my period because I dreaded it.
Right. And that's kind of what our driving force is, because I look at it as if we have these girls at this young age with self-awareness, we empower them to be mentors and leaders within their peer groups, right? Then they become empowered young ladies, which they become involved in these different things and try to change the world. And then if they decide to be empowered, become moms, they're empowered moms and they have that conversation. And if they start having the conversations easily, without any fear, without anything, then the confidence campaign ceases to exist, right? And that's always the goal. We don't want to be here forever. We want to change the narrative so that these girls become empowered enough to be able to have the conversations and to know that everything that they do is beautiful. And when they walk in confidence, they are invincible. And that's one of the things that I tell them. You are invincible. You take over that room. You rock it out and you be amazing in all your glory. It's a beautiful thing.
She's pumping me up.
I know, girl. I'm ready. So, just in cheat sheet again. So with the growth and the vision, so like I told you guys, we have the Inspire Her Center. We're going to be launching a lot of new programming. We're looking at starting a farmers market for kidpreneurs, and with that will come workshops on entrepreneurship and different things for these kids. Because the way I see it is, kind of like with empowering with hygiene, if we can empower and show them what they can do with the skill sets that they have at such a young age, and if we can nurture that through life, imagine what we would have been by now if we would have had that nurturing, right? So that's what I'm looking for in this kidpreneurship program. So keep an eye out for that, guys. Keep an eye out for that. We're going to expand the IYKYK workshops, like we said, across Lafayette Parish and across Louisiana and hopefully the world. And then we're also creating something called Confident Connections. And what that is, it's confident connections, building bold relationship with yourself and others. This is a new curriculum for older girls where we are talking about healthy relationships. What is confidence? Because confidence is your currency. Confidence is who you are and what you give to the room. And so we want to do that. Boundaries build bosses. You are your resume. Different things like that where we can encourage healthy relationships, understanding what green flags, red flags, all those things are. And so we want to give them a good, strong, basic understanding of all that. So here's some ways you guys can support us because, we need support and love and all that fun stuff. So you can volunteer with us. We always are looking for volunteers. We have our center where you can come and visit us. It's called the Inspire Her Center, located at 1424 St. John Street over here in the St. Streets. And we could use sponsors. We need sponsors. So if you are passionate about who we are and what we do, we could definitely use some sponsorships, especially for these underserved communities and schools where we want to take away those financial barriers so we can get the access to them. So you can reach out, you can donate. If you want to donate menstrual products, hygiene products, bath products, any type of products, we'll take it. And you can attend our events. So come by, support us, fill out a registration. If you know a girl in your life that could benefit from our programming, come see us, visit with us. Visit theconfidencecampaign.org. You can visit there, or you can reach us on Facebook at The Confidence Campaign of Acadiana. You can see all of the things that we have going on because that's really important. We post probably faster to Facebook, right?
Yes.
We post faster to Facebook than we do to the website, but we try to keep that as current as possible. What else do we have? I don't know, guys. Any last thoughts? Huh?
Besties brunch.
Well, we do have a yearly fundraiser. Our annual fundraiser is our Breakfast at Tiffany's themed Little Black Dress and Besties brunch that you could attend with your besties and come hang out with us because we're fabulous. But yes, always needing some help, some volunteers, some sponsorships, some donations, some cool stuff. Or if you just want to come visit with me at the Inspire Her Center, I'm usually there every day. So come by and say hi and see what we have going on. And again, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for checking out our nonprofit narrative, being here with us, learning a little bit more. And because I know I've spiked your curiosity, when we have our curiosity is spiked, we need to go into action. Mm-hmm. So when we go into action, that means you need to come and visit with me. My name is Susan Titus. I am the director. I am the president. I am the founder. I am pretty much everything. But it's all good because I have beautiful, amazing women that support and are here with me. So thank you guys. Y'all have a wonderful day. Thank y'all for being here with me.
Thank you for the invite.